Cut off from the world, the people of Borneo's Penan tribe are on the front line of a battle against the government and timber companies. They are armed only with spears and bamboo barricades set up on tracks cut through the forest. No match for the might of the logging trucks or the big businesses that own them.
They
have to stop this logging. If they don't, then oil palms and plantations will take over the forest. The government is also starting to build a gas pipeline which is cutting across the territory. The Penan will die a slow death if these things come. We won't have a place to live or any food left in the jungle.
Logging operations by 4 companies have ceased while local politicians try to negotiate with the Penan. But talks are at a standstill. The Penan want compensation for the loss of their ancestral land, protection against further encroachment, and access to healthcare and education.
Before this blockade, we had written numerous letters to the government and went to the district office. We explained the plight of our people, and they sent us away with promises that they will do something, but they never do. So we've had to do this now because we can't wait anymore.
The Penan are up against logging giants like partially state-owned Pusaka KTS, which has seen revenues from timber exports top $2 billion. The cleared land is often sold to palm oil companies. Plantations prevent natural regrowth of deforested land, killing off indigenous plants and animals. Palm oil prices soared by 45% this year alone. According to Malaysia's central bank, in 2 years, exports more than doubled to a record $13 billion. The Penan have set up blockades since the 1980s with little result, and now most of their land is gone. And with the current surge in logging and the growth of plantations, their situation has never been more desperate. Deep in the rainforest, a handful of Penan are clinging to their nomadic way of life.
Our movement has been limited by the companies. If we want to go to an area where the companies are operating, sometimes the police will come and harass us. So it's difficult for us to maintain our lifestyle.
The timber companies and the government refused to give us an interview, but the government gave this statement to the local media.
We cannot force them to accept development. We can only plan it for them. If they do not want to be helped, then we cannot help them. They can only be as successful as the other communities if they change their mindset.
Many Penan are now on the brink of starvation. They receive little help from the government. They say encroaching development is forcing them to contend with the outside world.
I now want my children to go to school and have a good education, but we don't want to lose our traditions and our land. I want my son to have somewhere to come back to.
In the language of the nomadic Penan, there is no word for goodbye. But never have the Penan had such a need for it as now. Divya Gopalan, Al Jazeera, Sarawak, Malaysia.